NBA. NBA. We got to talk about the NBA. All-Star game. First question is this. Are we done with All-Star games? As far as betting opportunities or just as a fan watching, I loved the All-Star games when I was a kid. Absolutely amazing, but it was East-West. It was, Wales Conference, Campbell Conference in hockey. There's so many memories of games, but they were playing the game that they play in the regular season in the All-Star game. They were competing. They were trying to win. It meant something. Obviously, these games are not like that anymore. This last Pro Bowl, if you watch that, there's no need to have a Pro Bowl anymore if they're going to play it like that. You can't play football at half speed. Tackling is a major part of the game. If you don't tackle and you're not running full speed or trying to play defense, you're not playing football. Hence, I don't need the Pro Bowl. The basketball NBA All-Star game has always been a showcase, has always been a lot of fun, and I believe a great kind of spectacle to watch. I always enjoyed watching it in a cold of February, watching the NBA dunk contest and All-Star game. The dunk contest was a travesty, an absolute, newbie, you're shaking your head. Did you try to watch it? It was terrible.
I watched it for about 0.5 seconds. And if it takes you 45 attempts to throw your dunk down, it's not impressive at that point. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying it. CH and I, before we hopped on the show, we were saying, wouldn't it be amazing if you could dunk? But I can't even dunk, and I am unimpressed with what we saw in the dunk contest. I think that needs to go its way. I also, and I'm sure that we'll get into this here in just a second, I'm probably in the minority that I loved the All-Star game yesterday. I already know heading into it, there's going to be no defense. That doesn't bother me at all. What's incredible is get rid of the dunk contest and just whoever has the best dunk in the All-Star game is your dunk contest winner. Because the windmill by Joel, the 360 alley-oops that were going on, there were some incredible dunks in the All-Star game itself because there's no defense, because somebody can say, hey, give me a run at the rim, and everyone will just clear the lane and allow them to do that. So I think that's a way to get rid of the dunk contest, because it's been a steaming pile of shit since the Aaron Gordon debacle when he didn't end up winning it, though he definitely should have won it. I think that was like in 08, something like that. So it hasn't been good since then. I look forward to the NBA All-Star game. And at the end of the game, that last couple minutes was awesome. Seeing Steph Curry shoot the lights out, 50 points. I don't care if they're not playing defense or not. That was awesome. Like, with the NBA All-Star game, you get to see the All-Stars be themselves. There's not going to be any defense, but you get to see LeBron for 4 quarters. He's not going to be sitting out. You get to see Steph. You get to see all these stars just hooping and having fun. I look forward to it every year. I thought it was a great game. I was glued to my TV the entire time, to be honest with you, Dave.
I was too. I really enjoy it. I prefer to just watch like the halftime. I thought was pretty cool, and then the second half.
Yeah.
I was watching softball with Jess and the girls and stuff, so we were kind of dialed into that. I went and rewatched the beginning. I like the quarters because when you win the quarters, you tighten it up and you make it shorter, so they're competing. Anything where I can see the guys competing is good. CH, do you remember? Because Larry Bird used to own the three-point shootout. I think the three-point shootout is the epitome of the weekend. I think it's the pinnacle of the weekend. It's so much fun. And like Karl Anthony Towns was 12-1, the longest shot on the board to win the three-point shootout, and he did. The Rising Star stuff on Friday night was awesome. 2 games to 50. With 7 guys each on the team. So it was fast. It was play to a number and then, win the thing to 25 for the championship. That was a hell of a lot of fun. As an old fuddy-duddy like myself, can you welcome what the NBA is doing by tweaking it and changing it? And was there anybody better than Bird in those 3-point shootouts?
I can't believe you just said fuddy-duddy.
Well, just in case anybody's listening to the show.
I thought I was a fan of the fuddy duddy.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say old fuck when you started, and then you said fuddy duddy. I was a little confused. So the All-Star game, you guys enjoyed it. A basketball game that's not the old Denver Nuggets. That's a 163 to 160 final score. Sorry, play a little bit of defense. It's not a real basketball game. It's a showcase, and that's fine. If that's what you enjoy, that's fine. But there was nobody better than Larry in the 3-point contest. I mean, the first year they had it, he didn't take his coat off, his warm-up jacket. He won with his warm-up jacket on. He walked into the locker room before it and said, all right, which one of you fuckers is coming in second? I mean, just loved Larry Bird in that contest. But the rest of it, I'm all set. The NHL All-Star game, pass. The skills competition, shooting things out in front of the Bellagio, wherever they were, dumb. The Pro Bowl. Why do they do this? It's terrible. Have an all-pro team, name players to a team, even the skills competition. Horrible. Do away with that. The only All-Star game that's any good is the baseball one, because it's baseball. Pitchers are trying to get batters out. Batters are trying to hit home runs. It's a baseball game.
And I couldn't agree more. I think the baseball one is still the one that's still truest to the game itself. And I look forward to the introductions as much as the actual game. And the home run derby is a lot of fun. They've tweaked it now where it's pretty good. As far as like a betting opportunity, listen, the odds makers got it right again with the basketball game total. It was 6, was Team LeBron won again. They were favored by 6. They didn't cover. The total comes out at 318, 319, closes 324. The game falls 323. So it's one where the odds makers got it right. Now, I mean, people ask, how do they do that? The number's going to be 150, 150. They're going to add 24. Like you think, what's the score of this game going to be? What has it been? It's been 318 to 320 for the past 5 years because of the way they do this ending. And I remember the first year, we didn't even know what the ending was. We were like, wait a second, they're going to add 24 points to the end of the winning team at the third quarter. They were call it the Kobe, the Elam ending. I don't know what the hell to even call it, but I know you add 24 to the team that's leading. And it's a fun, different format, but it's not basketball per se. Speaking of, I mean, newbie, there's one guy that I'm thinking of for MVP, and we saw him a little bit. We had to. It's been a while since the last regular season game, but there's a team that I'm thinking of. Can you help me get there?
Yeah, I'm trying to think too, because I mean it's been a layover. I think it's starting to come back to me. I hate you know what you're talking about.
Bring it up.
Talking about.
Yep.
76ers.
Oh yeah, way better.
36 foot. Hey, I'll tell you what, the final score for Team Durant looked auspiciously like a 76ers game. Joel Embiid in the 30s. And everybody else just, contributing, right? All I know is, boys, I know what I'm doing Friday night, and that's going to be glued to my TV for the Sixers playing the Timberwolves. I know. Who fucking cares? I care because we got the Beard making his debut. Sixers are back. You guys know last show that we did, it took me a full 18 hours to completely turn myself around on the Harden trade. I was all in then. I'm all in now. When I went down to the Sixers game to see him get absolutely pumped by CH's Celtics outside of the arena, got a $5 shirt. The Beard is here. Oh, I've been rocking it. They already got pit stains all over it because I haven't taken that thing off, baby. I'm excited to see this new look Sixers. I don't know how much it really changes the needle, how much it moves it much. But, dude, all I know is Embiid did another good job this weekend campaigning to be the MVP, and I'm hoping that he gets that home. This is a ticket that I will not cash out. I had Bryce Harper to be the MVP. I cashed it out halfway through the season when they were in the doldrums. I'm not cashing out my Joel Embiid one. Please get it home. Please get it home for me, Embiid.
We got some people listen to the show that may or may not have tickets on Joel Embiid to win the MVP at 40 to 1.
Wow.
Some people sent me some DMs. Thank you for mentioning that back in the day. And they bought it. So, and we got, diehard Sixers fans like Norm. Little Nate is wearing the sleeve all the time. He's all in. But the game before they beat the Bucks to start the
we got to talk about that one.
Yeah, they
Did
beat
that
the
happen?
they beat the Bucks on the road. They were at home the game before that on a
I
Tuesday.
don't remember that.
It was
Weren't you there?
Valentine's Day last week.
That's exact. I don't remember it. I was in the
And-
fetal position in the aisle by the third quarter, so I definitely don't remember that one. They
For the
shot
listeners
fucking
that-
lights out.
Don't know. Newbie got surprised by his wonderful girlfriend that they're going to go see the Sixers in person, get the good seats. We're going to go down, and they're playing CH's Celtics. CH's Celtics were a 2-point favorite. As good as the All-Star game line was with the total, the Celtics were a 2-point favorite and won the game by 40 fucking 8. 48 on the road. Not really a good line, -2. At one point, 50.5 was the in-game number. That was the only number that covered for the Sixers. All them other ones you can put right in the CLV can. If you're going to use the CLV can for your social media, at least tag me so I can make a comment, people, please. But listen, CLV don't matter when you lose by 48. CH, for you, before we move on to Carl's Corner and take a minute and get out of here, the Boston Celtics had won 9 in a row, eclipsing with that game in Philadelphia, where they told everybody, we're here. We ain't going away. We only got one more game. We all only got to do is go home, and we're playing the Detroit Pistons. Detroit basketball stinks. They're 12.5-point favorites. The Celtics, instead of going into the break on a 10-game winning streak, lost at home to the Pistons. I know you watched it. You had to peek at it. What do you make of this damn Celtics team?
So a couple weeks ago, we were talking about how I might be thinking about joining the bandwagon and looking at the Sixers and at least going there for the rest of the year. The Celtics didn't lose after that until they played
did
that
not.
until they played that game against the Pistons. So I feel it's like my duty to say that I'm still thinking about going on the Philadelphia 76ers bandwagon. And let's see if the Celtics can come out of the break winning another 9 in a row. For the record, if they had won that game against Detroit, they'd only be a game behind the Sixers. They're only 2 games behind right now. I don't know what's going on in Boston, but we'll take it.
The Eastern Conference is tremendous as far as competitive nature, numbers moving constantly. You're constantly seeing prices to win it all, prices to win the Eastern Conference be moving and affected because the top 6 teams, we're going deep. 6 teams. It's not just the Bucks, the Sixers, the Heat, the Bulls, the Cavs. Oh, yeah, wait, I forgot to mention that one team, that hashtag anybody but the Nets, because that shit is real. FanDuel posted an in-season new win total for them at 44. No team has ever won the NBA championship having a 7-game losing streak. Okay. The Nets had an 11-game losing streak. They're 6-1 to win it all. People, if you can find the no, go bet the no. They ain't winning the championship. CH has told everybody, hashtag anybody but the Nets, for weeks, only dating back to last year even. Harden's on the Sixers. That's going to make them one of the favorites. I can't wait to see what happens in the East. For the West, right now, it's Phoenix and Golden State and everybody else. Now, who that everybody else is? Memphis is awesome. Fun to watch. Ja Morant, literally live to win the MVP coming out of nowhere. Big numbers, big prices way back when. Memphis is going to make some noise in the playoffs. The Jazz are right there. The Nuggets are right there. I mean, hell, the Clippers are right there. Like, they could beat anybody by 20. They could lose by 20. You know who's not there? The Lakers. The Lakers are not going to win the championship. They're not going to win the West. They're not even going to win a round in the playoffs as constructed right now. AD is out. That's going to cause them to lose games. You saw LeBron talking about it at the All-Star game. He's one of the top 75 players of all time. He was shaking hands and bro hugging everybody because he said, I'm playing one more year when I play with Bronny, and it may be in Cleveland. Really? This guy's unbelievable, but he ain't winning another championship with the Lakers. I'm just going to leave it at that. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, click on another video right here on the screen. And if you really liked it, consider subscribing below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.